Shalom, shalom, Yisrael. Start by giving all glory, honor, praises unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, YAHAWADAH. Double honors to the elders and apostles, our great millstone and teacher move well. Peace and salutations be to hopeful elect. I'm Brother Tazwan, coming at you from the prophets in Babylon camp here in Tampa, Florida. This is going to be titled World War III will be the final war. That's prophesied in the scriptures. Alright, and I want to grab this quote from Albert Einstein. He says, "I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones." Alright, which he said, well, because we got this in the scriptures, matter of fact. Let's see if I can grab it. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 2 and verse 4. Matter of fact, we got the full chapter, just in case there's more. It's like it, we in transit. Alright. Yeah, 4 is the point. And he shall judge among the nations, Isaiah 2 and 4. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. Alright? So they ain't gonna learn war no more. These nations ain't gonna fight ever again. There's never gonna be a world war again. Alright? And it says, neither shall they learn war anymore. Alright? They ain't gonna have no need for swords or spears or weapons of mass destruction or the sword to slay, because it's gonna be complete and utter peace in the earth forever. Okay? It's gonna be and that's gonna be the finality of this world. Is that World War III. Alright. Let's lock you. I'm gonna grab that in the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter. So like you bear with me. 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and we'll start at verse 14 in the GNT. 2nd Ezra 15 and 14 in the GNT says, "The world and the people in it are doomed." Okay, reminds you of that scripture, Revelation 12 and 12, which says, "Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea," which woe goes into destruction. So destruction be to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. All right. So it says, the world and the people in it are doomed. Okay, meaning these people are doomed to destruction. Alright? These people are doomed to death and suffering and terrible affliction. It says, the war that will bring their destruction is very near. Nations will arm themselves and fight against other nations. So the war that's going to bring the destruction of this age, this eon, okay, is near. The people are in trouble because the war that's going to end this age is near, and there ain't going to be no more wars after that, because the Lord is going to establish His kingdom through this war. What do you get through wars? You get famines, pestilence, okay, great death and destruction, the sword. Alright, rape, robbery, and murder. Alright, iniquity and wickedness is at an all-time high during wartime, because these soldiers are doing what they will with the people. Not only that, but these countries are suffering economically during these wars. They take a huge economic hit when those wars kick in, man. It says there will be great political turmoil, which you see that going on right now, with one group trying to overpower another and gain control. The Republicans versus the Democrats. They're looking for a reason. These people looking for a reason to blame their country leader. Blame one side. Oh, it's the left wing. No, it's the right wing. Not realizing that they're both two wings of the same bird. It says, while ignoring the legitimate government. Alright? You're not understanding who the true government is. Alright? Which is who? YAHAWASHI. Alright? These people ignoring the true government, which is the Lord through the prophets. Alright? It says there will no longer be free access to the cities, because the struggle for power will bring destruction, terror, and total confusion wherever people live. Alright? So the struggle for power is going to bring destruction, terror, and total confusion. These people and these nations are struggling for power right now. Who's going to get the next rulership seat? It's going to be China. Is it going to be Russia? India? Iran? Is it going to be America? Alright? We're about to enter into a new age. And either America is forced to enter into that new world order, the new world age, new age of the orders, new order of the age, or whatever how they say it. If America doesn't do it, one of these other countries are going to do it. This is why Revelation 12:12 says that your enemy gonna come down upon you, those that dwell in the world, having great wrath, because he knows that his time is short. All right. He knows his time is short, because these other nations are trying to beat him to the punch in AI regulation, okay, and the new world currency. All right, it's a struggle for power in all aspects, in all areas now. So that's why you see Trump passing all these laws and decrees. Which are getting more and more forceful and controlling by the day, because this eon is about to end, and these people know it. These nations see it. They don't know who's going to get next. They don't know that the Israelites are going to be in the rulership seat next. They thinking it's going to be themselves. All right. So these people are fighting each other. That's what's Yapa about it. All the nations know that they're about to enter into an age, and they don't know who's going to get it first, who's going to get there first. All right. But the Lord going to come down and surprise everybody, and surprise the people you never looked for. The scriptures say they never looked for Israel. They never thought upon Israel or our nation to become next and rule in the world, because we're at the bottom. They didn't think the Lord was going to make the tail the head. All right? Well, now you got to think again. The Lord is going to hit you with a double whammy. The Edomites are the devil, the wicked the Bible speaks of, and the people who you thought were wicked are actually my chosen. So, prepare for that. It says, burning and fuel, because he said he don't know. BAHASHAM said he don't know with what weapons World War III will be fought with. It says, Isaiah 9:5, for every battle of the warriors with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Okay, this war is going to be with burning and fuel of fire. That means people going to have to burn in this war. And how are people going to burn? Okay, through that thermonuclear fire, through nuclear warfare. This is going to be a nuclear warfare. It ain't going to be no more hand-to-hand combat. It ain't going to be no more up close and personal. It ain't going to be no more troop to troop. It's going to be nuke to nuke. Okay? Let me grab this. You said the Fourth World War going to be fought with sticks and stones because the Third World War is going to leave nothing left. The nuclear missiles is going to overthrow everything. Everything's going to burn. Everything's going to be destroyed during the Third World War. That's why I brought up the scripture, the war that is coming will be the end of this world, or the war that will end this world is very near. Roughly paraphrasing the second Ezra 15 and 15 in the GNT. All right. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 14. The second world is past, which means the Second World War is past, right? And behold, the Third World War cometh quickly. Look how fast they developed their weapons. Look how fast they developed their technology, their artificial intelligence. All right. These devils ain't playing, man. Okay, and they moving so fast because what? These people are rushing. All these other nations are becoming armed and stronger. And they're rushing to see who's going to get the throne next. All right, and then everybody's leaving America in the dust. Okay, America is losing this race. So why do you think America's about to start lashing out? Because he's backed into a corner. He's not going to have any other choice but to lash out. The Lord has put him in the straits. Matter of fact, let me grab it. The book of Job, chapter 20 and verse... Job, chapter 20 and verse 22. It says... Well, let's see if we can grab it in the GNT. GNT looks good. It says, at the height of their success, all the weight of misery will crush them. All right. Which in the KJV it says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. All right. These devils, these nations, you see the nations going to put hands on these Edomites, man. All right. When he about to fulfill his wish to rule the world again, to beat these other nations to it, they're going to put hands on him. They're going to catch him off guard and take his ass out the game. All right? And there ain't no escape for Esau. Matter of fact, let me grab that. Second Ezra chapter 16 and verse 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss, when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Okay. That's a good one too. It's just going to some nuclear missiles. This one here is the one I'm looking for 2 verses from 22. Job chapter 20 and verse 24. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. So Esau gonna try to flee. You're gonna try to escape. That bow of steel gonna strike him through, which is that nuclear missile, ICBM missiles. Okay, ICBMs. All right, intercontinental ballistic missiles will come from across the world and strike his ass through. All right, and the Lord gonna strike him through as well. This devil's done. Okay. But with that, I truly believe this lesson was edifying to you. YAHAWAH, listen to truth and sincerity. Till next time, inshallah, I give all glory, honor, praises unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Shalom.